to day 2. Day 2 of the 12, or the first 12 traits of the purposeful warrior. And what I want to do today is talk about the trait of optimism. And what this means for me, this means, if you like, having the belief, excuse me, the belief that good ultimately will prevail. I'm just going to have a drink of my conscious cuppa. To me, this is one of the most powerful personality traits to develop in your quest, if you like, to success. And really, on that quest of successing is incurable optimism. Because for some, optimism is defined as, if you like, the belief that good things will happen to you and that negative events are temporary setbacks to overcome. So when a warrior is optimistic, they combine optimism with perhaps integrity, you know, well, they do, like integrity, that sort of, making sure that everything is done in the right way, if you like. And those two qualities together is what you have is a warrior who seeks out the best outcome in every situation that they're faced in. And whilst still being honest and forthright about the fact, you know, of situations as they exist. A warrior who exemplifies these two qualities will get trust, very much trust and respect from all those around us. So all of them and all of these people that gather around us as well contribute towards helping the warrior achieve great success. Because a warrior is about fighting for others as well as yourself. And we can do this through leaning into our optimism. Did you know? Good morning, Jai. Welcome. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Got a bit of a frog throat this morning. Have some more on my tea. Did you know that there's a distinct difference between an optimist and a pessimist? An optimist sees challenges as temporary, able to overcome them as stepping stones, if you will, that are leading them perhaps to a better situation, a better solution in life. Whereas a pessimist really sees the challenges as permanent. They see them as massive stumbling blocks, which make it impossible to move forward. And this really signifies for them the end of the road, or the end of that sort of journey, or that path that they were trying to take. It's too blocked, too crowded with obstacles, so they give up. But a warrior is the incurable optimist, you know, which is that optimist that relentlessly pushes forward time and time again, never letting trials keeping them from believing in the good that lies up ahead. You know, we are the best optimists of all, without question. Optimistic warriors are a lot of fun to be around. They're genuinely happier, healthier, and more attractive to people. They have an energetic sparkle, if you like, a sparkle that draws everyone to want to be around them. I call this the Tigger factor. You know, if you're thinking back to your childhood days, perhaps, of Winnie the Pooh and his friends, Tigger and Eeyore, I loved that show, or, you know, read the books. Mum used to read the books to me nights, you know, before I could read for myself, and then I continued to read. And ask yourself, who would you rather spend time around, Tigger or Eeyore? Clearly the answer is Tigger, right? After all, Tiggers are wonderful things. They bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce, you know. Okay, I'm sure you get the gist of what I'm trying to say here, but seriously, Tiggers are cheerful and happy and fun. He's like a party into himself, isn't he, you know? Doesn't need anyone else to just bounce around and be happy. Whereas Eeyore is depressed, grouchy, just like plain whiny. And there's nothing enjoyable really about being in the presence of whiny people. Really isn't. We are drawn to these people who display the Tigger factor because optimistic people make everything happier, more joyful to be around. It's important to point out there's a huge difference between optimism and overconfidence. When someone's overconfident, they tend to ignore all the barriers altogether. You know, they have the attitude of, that couldn't happen to me. And when someone is overconfident, they tend to, you know, ignore everything, like I said, all these barriers. And whereas an optimistic warrior has an attitude, it may happen to me, but if it does, I'll find a way to get through it. and I'll make it even better in the end. So that's the difference there. We can be trusted, we can be relied upon, and to top it off, we're pleasant and fun to be around. So why wouldn't you want to bring day two's trait, optimism, into your life even more? With all of this, it's no wonder success is sure to follow. There's only one Tigger in the world, but there's plenty of room for many more warrior, incurable optimists. Will you join me in the ranks of fun? Put a comment in the box and say yes, you'll join me. So I'll just run through quickly the day two worksheet, let you know what's in there. Hope you can download it and then post up your answers into this post, and you'll go into the draw for day 4 to win the beautiful prizes. So again, the warrior is optimistic, and when I looked up, the etymology of words, which I do with most things, what I landed on for me is that optimistic is having a belief that good will ultimately prevail. And if that doesn't resonate with you, there's a space in the workbook for you to write down what words resonate for you around optimism. I think it's important that you do that. You can, albeit not mine, but if not, find your own. As my dog just barking at something. I think we all know that positive thoughts lead to positive emotions. Excuse me. Zaba! Positive emotions make you feel happy and healthy. Whoever is optimistic lives a happier and healthier and more successful life. I generally believe this to be true. And whilst I was Googling, I thought this was interesting. Happiness research has found that happiness comes 90% from within and 10% external, which we know this, right? As a warrior, our journey is from the inside out. So this is no surprise. Interesting, but no surprise. So I think organizing our lives more wisely will be more centered by inner happiness and health, which is even more reason to adopt optimism. Here are some recommendations. Be active. Happy people set active goals for themselves again and again. Daily walks raise the level of happiness by 12%. Fresh air, right? Getting out in nature. Do good. Those who do regular good deeds for others are 24% happier than most. So live as a giving person. Those who give are happier than those who only take. In this time of year, go and give to someone. Put a tree and put a gift to charity. Give a homeless person a Happy Meal from McDonald's, whatever it is. Just give something. Give the gift of your smile. It doesn't have to be a monetary item. The third thing is live in the right balance of rest and activity. Because there is a lot of research that shows relaxed people are more positive and happy within themselves. Everyone needs to experiment, if you like, to find the balance for this. But I think, I know for me that if I have a day in my office and don't get to move around and I feel a bit crouchy and grumpy, whereas I've taken some time out to have those respite times and go, into the garden, do a bit of gardening or a walk with my dog, throw the ball, those sorts of things, I can really notice the difference in my outlook. So think positive. Those who think positively double their chance of realizing happiness. Watch only a little TV, because there is a lot of research around this. Every hour of television lowers the general quality of life by 5%. Wow. And I read that and I thought, really? It's a bit of an eye-opener in some ways, because I admit I do use TV sometimes to switch off into a fictional movie or a series, perhaps. Foster friendships, build a positive circle of friends. There's a balance between positive and negative, yes. And a lot of people, I do have negative friends, family members, and I spend time with them because I love them and I meet them where they are, but I don't allow that to influence myself anymore. Excuse me, just another drink. Must have been snoring last night, my throat's sore. Have humor. With a good sense of humor, you raise your positivity by 33%. So everyone should, I believe, adopt some humor in their life. Learn not to take things so seriously. Laugh at yourself, and have self-confidence, because happy people believe in themselves. They believe in their goals, their wisdom, their power. And as a purposeful warrior, we believe in ourselves. We see ourselves as winners. They believe we're going to prevail in the long term. That's what we do. So the task for today is, which one of those both things, or those things that we just talked about in the workbook there, will you commit to do daily for the next week and experience more happiness and optimism in your life? I'd love you to post up your answer in this post, and you're going to the draw for day 4, day 8, and day 12 prizes. So I'll leave it there, short and sweet. I look forward to seeing your home play, your answers into the post, and also to see you tomorrow, day 3, 8 a.m. So until next time, remember to do whatever it takes, be your own best friend, to become your own purposeful warrior. A warrior is optimistic. Bye-bye for now.